Hi, I'm Janice Sullivan from Sullivan J Photography, and today I'm excited to share with you that I'm going to make 3 videos on focus stacking. So today what we're going to do is we're going to actually photograph the subject, and then the second video will be putting them together in Photoshop, and then the third video will be about post-processing. So I'm doing this for basically you macro photographers, because if you've ever tried to get up close to your subject, you will know that you have lost a lot of depth of field. So if you want something in focus, the best way to do it is to actually focus stack. Maybe eventually the cameras will change and we'll have more depth of field, but at this moment, this is the way we need to do it when you're getting up really close to your subject. You can also do it in landscape, but I'm talking about you guys that really need more than just 3 focus stacks. We're talking 20, 30 to 100. But we'll do it easy today so you can understand the concept. And of course, I'll make more videos on a little bit more detailed and advanced techniques, but I always want to give you guys the basics at first just to play. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, what we're going to do right now, just quickly share with you this flower. It's a dead flower. I just want to share with you the close-up of the actual dead petals, and then you can see the background is blurred out when it comes to the stem. Actually, even some of the petals going towards the stem is blurring. So in order to get those in focus, you would need to focus stack. With this image, we're just going to really quickly take a photograph of the front of the flower and then just a really quick photograph of the stem part and just merge those in quickly in the post-processing in Photoshop, so you could see that the stem is now more in focus. So we'll go ahead and do that in the second video. What I really want to do next is share with you an awesome leaf that I found. Now it's a flat surface, but there is some problem factors with it, and that's okay. I would like you to try to focus stack with a flat subject first. This is basic focus stacking, but we're going to give it a little bit of a challenge. So let's get on to that. Here is the leaf that I really like, that I picked, and I've got it backlit, and it was set up with my macro, and it's up really close. You can see it's very close. So it's at an angle, which even gives us less depth of field because I'm shooting at an angle, and I'm very close. So I have 2 factors right now that are screwing me up, and you can see that in the video. I want to show you a quick little tip. I've shared with you guys before behind the scenes. If you haven't seen that video, I'll share with you. But here's a setup right here. Look, I just got this at like Lowe's or Home Depot, I can't remember. Set up the light, and I've just clipped it onto my sawhorses and taped it, and it's just raising up underneath my actual plexiglass. So if you haven't seen that video, you've got to see it. You can do these little things. You just have to think with your mind and be creative. Yes, I have expensive equipment, but you can also do stuff without being expensive. So here's the setup for that. And let's go ahead and get onto that shooting of the stacking and showing you what to do. Okay, so what I'm doing is starting at the end, one side of the awesome leaf. So I'm going to start from the closest and go all the way. And as I take the shots, I make sure that I overlap what is in focus. So actually I didn't do it very well that first time. So we're doing this in video. I'm looking at my bottom left, and what I was going to say before is that you want your mirror lock, and you use something like this, okay? So I'm actually just going to turn the lens and go to and make sure I'm overlapping. I'm paying attention, and you're going to see it in the video. You can see as I'm actually moving the lens, how the lens moves. if I use my focus rack, which I'll suggest you guys get a basic focus rack, it's much easier to do stacking. So I'm making sure, I'll just do my rack right now. And it's just so much easier, truthfully, to do stacking, which means that you overlapped what's in focus, but you slowly bring it down and eventually you'll get to the end. That's why a lot of times I will, when I have something that's really like hundreds of stacks, truthfully, I'll set it up in Helicon Focus if I'm in studio, and then I will work with the program. I'll do a video and details about that. I do have a basic Helicon Focus video on my website if you guys would like to purchase that. I think it's a great tutorial. Obviously, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't like it. One of the things that I like to do is I like to get everything in focus, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to use the whole image in focus. It depends on what my mood is. It depends on my story. But it's still good to learn and test on a variety of things so you understand. And I always say, when you're learning, definitely go indoors and then go outside when you have the concept down, and then work with an extra element like the wind and the sun and all that. So I think I pretty much have them all done. I'm going to do really a couple more just quickly. I always do at the end, thinking what are the main focal points that I really want in focus. And the very end, after I've done the stack, this is a great tip, because maybe in the future I might not even want to stack it. So I'll make sure that I have something that I think is pretty cool, that's in focus, that I can use for future. And I think that's pretty much it. So we'll go ahead and go into the actual setup on Photoshop and see how these babies turn out. So I hope this has helped you understand that you really do need to make small little changes to your focus stacking. Basically, if you're using the lens, you just change it really small so you overlap everything that is in focus, starting from one side to another, or from top to bottom, or vice versa, bottom to top. But it's a fun way to get your subject in focus when you're really up close. And then next week we'll go ahead and we'll post-process these images into Photoshop. We'll see what happens. Did I make mistakes? Did it work? We'll have some fun checking out what we've done today, shooting and getting you up close and personal with your camera. Have a great day. I'm Janice Sullivan from Sullivan J Photography. Cheers!